That's what they're playing for.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to them.
Yeah, LFO, we know what they're playing for, an org or experience. One of the two, whichever comes first. As we're out the gate and... Oh. Rez, yeah, his P250 is pretty tidy. Did you see the clip on Mirage the other day when Harry and Hugo were doing him? He went bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I saw him go bang, bang, bang for sure. I'm actually looking at people's players' crosshairs. Everyone's a little bit of a tiny dot gang.
That's the thing, right? Because we're on native Rez right now, so I'm curious to see. I would love to be able to know what Rez is running, for example, so that we could, you know, see how that crosshair truly looks. Maybe there's a way that Volvo could scale it. Yeah,
maybe even if people are interested, Rushley could do a round or two with players' crosshairs on. Except they are so small you can't see.
If you're a mobile phone viewer, yeah, I think we could maybe do it.
Oh, lovely shot out of APOC, tracking a moving Hampus. They are converging on Savage, and poor guy losing Licky, unable to contribute, and yeah, as easy as that. Plopski takes 3 on the Glock, and a little bomb plan for an extra $300 spending money.
Did you have like a sports carnival when you were in school?
Sports carnival?
Yeah.
Is that like what, like a festival of sports, like a PE day?
Yeah,
Sports day.
Yeah, well, kind of like you, because we would have factions. So in my primary school, we had red, blue, green, and yellow. It wasn't the fanciest of names, but we kept it simple.
Yeah.
And then you would obviously be broken up into your factions, and you compete in different fun little activities.
I think we had like sports day, but you had we were like in like Harry Potter houses.
Harry Potter houses.
Well, it wasn't Harry Potter houses. It was different cities.
Oh, okay.
I was in Durham.
Okay. Were you from Durham?
No.
Oh.
But the Winchester boys were the real problems at sports day.
Well, Rez has found 2 openings in 2 rounds, so that's a real problem as well.
So, certainly something to keep track of.
Yeah, so Sterling's hit the deck, and look, Rez on a map like this, look, the thing is, if Rez can play at like peak Rez form, this guy is an absolute monster.
You know, I don't know if it's been like talked about recently, but Hampus has talked about it in interviews, and he's certainly spoken to me about it, that he thinks he's found the way to unlock Rez every round, every game.
All right.
And he says it's a secret, but he had a theory, and they've been trying it for the last like 4 or 5 months.
Okay, well, it must be working because Rez has been more consistent.
Yeah.
At least here.
Just won't tell us what it is.
Oh, that's good. Look, you got to keep your cards close to your chest.
Give him some ice cream or something. I don't know, like the Get Right.
Yeah.
McDonald's and ice cream before the match.
JKS was like a Mars bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they need. Oh, they are just about to walk it. Oh, they're trying to do
nades are in the wrong place, boys.
Yeah, and they know you're blind, and suddenly there's 4 people on your site. It goes from 0 to 100. Oh, I mean, I almost want to do CTs with X-ray off, so we can just see how it goes from absolutely nothing, not a peep, no info, to suddenly
That's not a bad idea. Okay, let's do this then, because we can show the people at home what LFO are experiencing, why they're getting absolutely drubbed. So probably not this round, Rushley Ranger, run 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but next round when the guns are out, I think we do that. Now, we'll be able to tell quickly when NiP are leaving spawn which player we should focus on first, but let's do an entire CT round, because we have done these before, and we'll try and...
That would have been a perfect example, you know, LFO, you've been critical of them kind of flying blind, you know, just not having the information, so that then the punishes come in out of nowhere. That was a prime example of just flying in the dark. APOC's going looking, having a little peekaroo.
He's had the Zeus a couple of times, APOC, so he's been cheeky with it. You know, at least that'll spur some fun within the team. And
the 3 longside toilets might actually be a lazy clear. No, it's Fozy's responsibility. He's got this. So he should have had this. No, there's only the lost Mac 10. So
farming.
They're all looking the wrong way, and Plopski's here to make it 2.
Hampus is coming in now.
Excuse me. Thank you. And APOC would love a Zeusy frag.
We'll take that AK back, will we? And there we go. So the rifle's all picked up. Now, let's live in the eyes exclusively of the counter-terrorist squadron in this matchup, known as LFO.
They're going to be completely unbeknownst to them. We are going to live in their eyes for this one, and we're going to have the X-ray off. So we'll just get to live in the uncertainty that they are occupying.
Now, right now we got Sterling and Hazard going over towards A. It looks like it's a bit of a default spread coming out of NiP here early. So Sterling's about to take a bit of a pot shot over towards the bathroom position. He has done, dropping on back. So he's taken information that they have got control of party and playground. Well, playground at least. You can see Hazard aware that connector is a possibility, and Plopski's starting to come on up.
Yeah, his responsibility here is, it's kind of ramp-esque. You know, you can stand and fight, but you also can get the information and fall back, and fall back he might as the smoke arrives.
So now it means that it's more likely that they're able to scale up on him quicker, and he's going to respect that space. He's going to drop back. Sterling pressured off the line too. So right now, just through a very simple default, what NiP have been able to get is full control of bathrooms and long. Now, if you want to go back for some info, this is it. They have to, right? So Apox response. I'll go back to long. I'll take back some space. I'll give us something to work with. Sterling now goes towards bathroom, poking and prodding with that AWP. And Hazard's actually dropped a little bit more passive, so they are strung out. But over towards B, they have no info now.
This is an info play. As it fades, is there a flash? There's no flash.
It's good though. No, hampus is the only one looking.
Oh, great catch. Hampus gone, information gained, but it might be false info. The rest of the squad is just around the corner.
Yeah, they can't wrap back around this sandbag position without a flash because they've already tucked on in, looking for the toes. Has Licky... Oh, I don't think he spotted Plopski there. And they're coming back through where they made the info. This is punishing them so much.
Savage, look. Oh, he catches a glimpse of it. Licky to react as well. Suddenly they realize that the pressure is still on B. Just the tip of the head being toyed with. Nice frag. Tries to take another one as well. Savage and Licky combined with a solid defense of the site.
Okay.
And NiP, they did rumble them a little bit in terms of positioning. They caught them, quote-unquote, off guard. But good reactions and good fragging.
Okay, that was great. Yeah, the reactions were the key there, right? So understanding what was, lightly what was necessary. Like, that play could have gone completely wrong. Imagine if they're behind that smoke and it fades and there's 14. He's like, hello, you know? There's obviously things that could go wrong, but they made a move that was going to put them in a better position. So good stuff. And we take a look now at the next gun round of play. Still enough money for NiP to splurge with.
Kind of enjoyed that.
Do you want to go back to regular smeller-vision right now, or do we do another one? Do another one?
Do you do another?
Rush, do you want to do another? It's up to you.
Yeah, he's got X-ray on. Okay, he didn't like that. That's fair enough.
Well, it makes it harder for him.
Yeah, a whole lot harder.
Yeah. But fortunately, the CT's got all the kills there, so it actually looked pretty good. But here it is again, a default spread. Much of a muchness. Fountain taken. Plopski connector. They're just sitting and waiting. So this little jump peak right here hasn't netted them too much. Same front bathroom smoke. Having to respect it. This time, Hazard is going to play with Sterling. But they've done the default, and now they're dropping back and regrouping again here are the Ninjas.
Flash for info short. This is nice. Mid-rounding. Comes through. Oh, wasn't ready for that. Hampus, nice swing out. He saw the flash and anticipated a swing because of it.
Licky's low as well here, Alex. I don't know how they're going to hold on to this one.
So you can see that they are in a bit state of limbo. Licky's not sure whether or not he should be flirting with a rotate. Savage wants answers, and he gets bullets. It's 2 now, confirmed short. And yeah, this round already smells like a save.
The thing is right there, when you can see that fight come in, like how quickly for Savage he saw nothing and then was dead, right? This is the difference. Like, we always have the pleasure of the X-ray. So when people are like, oh, why are they reacting like a standard shot? Well, look, these are shots that we think are standard because we can see it coming. You can see for Savage right there, it was just dead, right? He didn't put himself in an optimal position, but still just gets absolutely destroyed on contact. Looking to hold on to these 3 rifles here are Sterling, Licky, and Hazard. We'll go back into normal programming for everybody at home. Thank you for entertaining that idea. We hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Back on the board, score will read 4-1. Don't know if you guys saw the memes. Look, we really want you guys to get creative at home. We're trying to give you a gift voucher, and if we just have to keep using memes that Parla and Heku are making, then we're going to have to give them the merch. And I don't want to give them the merch. I want to give it out to one of you at home.
But I also think, you know, memes come from the soul. It's not.
You're right, actually.
Something you can manufacture.
You're right.
You know, and I always had a problem with someone that was like, you know, the guaranteed like meme magician, because you get to a point where the magic's not coming out your fingertips anymore, but you still have to be summoning the spells.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to work in a social media department where the job description is to be funny.
Just be funny. Go be funny and be original, and also don't copy anyone else, but copy everyone else.
At the same time.
Yeah.
While being on top of all the pop culture references.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a job I'm too envious of, really.
Bit of a thankless one, I imagine, as well.
Shout out to everybody working in social media, slaving away on the Twitter sphere.
You know, you probably get 10, 15 banger tweets, but one bad tweet, and I'm sure that's the one that's thrown around in the Slack channel.
Yeah, look, I'm known for bad tweets, but they're much easier to make than good tweets.
Yeah.
Well, they're out, and they're looking to set up a bit of a nade combination.
This will be a nice little lesson for the Aussies. Fortunately, no one's there. 3 nades, good grief, but perhaps that leads them to over-rotate if they think that is a sign of a commitment. NiP are taking their time, like they are literally having a walk in the park.
That sounds quite nice. The weather's not too bad out there either. Apoc set up for success here. Shadow, I swear he saw the Shadow, didn't he?
We did, yeah, certainly. And nice find. hampus trying to throw out some util for Plopski's progress. Sterling, you can see indecision here. Like, they got kept in the dark. Who's responsible for short? Looking monster, savage to react. It's the timing on this from Plopski is so naughty.
Oh my lord.
Oh, naughty. Good catch. Big find. And it leaves just 2 now for the Ninjas in Pajamas. Fuzi, the stand-in. Tag, the Dane. 9 HP on him. Trying to bring the pain now. 1v3. Lovely find. Okay, 2 in a row. That is going to serve them. Not in a row. Do excuse me. I'd completely neglected to remember the walk into and save round.
2 out of the last 3.
Yeah, that works. But regardless, it is certainly a whole lot better of a start than their T-side on Nuke.
Well, this one started well, right? They actually found Rez just limping around. And this is just, if I'm NiP and if I'm DJL and I'm talking about a game plan here, I would be comfortable just having hampus called defaults almost every round. And then if you need to hit the big red button, all right, guys, let's do something a little bit more targeted here. And then within the default, there's so many different moves you can do, right? The default is just the baseline. What comes on top of that is like the triple nades that everybody saw before, or a bit of a different maneuver to find a pick early, like this. Yeah, Posey going up quite quick towards sandbag. So this is a different look.
You see a lot of AWPers go for this. I mean, it requires team unity. But those mid-round short clears are very susceptible to an AWPer that's got there early and posted up.
Trying to flush him out here. Oh.
I think we just both made the same involuntary sound.
Well, they get the info, so that's what this is all about, right? So the info's taken, they're not going to re-peek that anytime. And also what it means for Fozy is, well, I need to drop back and find a new avenue of approach. So dipping all the way back now from B.
There's a safe way to do the same thing.
Yeah, little boost up with a flash. So starting to think on their toes, LFO. But still need to get the Dougs in all the right places here. hampus out long. Rez, Plopski coming up connector. Tag and Fozy bringing up the rear with that C4. Couple of smokes, couple of flashes, and a Molotov to make this one work. 50 seconds remaining, and it does feel like they're going to do the full court press onto A.
What have we got? We've got 2 smokes, make it 3 smokes, Molotov and double flash. So they've got all the bells and indeed some of the whistles. Tag lines it up and prepares for the contact points. I wonder if it's going to be long first. hampus has just been boosted over the wall, so Sterling doesn't know.
Yeah, he's going to be a bit lurky here as hampus. He might be able to scale up, just pounce as the execute comes in. This is perfect from hampus.
And if Hazard... Oh, great flash, and he does clear. Never mind the if. Hazard's got him. And now Sterling as well catches them as the flashes are in the air. There's good grounds for this. Sterling stands strong. LFO look to make it 3 in a convincing one here.
Yeah, that was good. We saw a lot of little movements within that round that were tight. Even now, Fozy trying not to go down after time, spotted and will be able to get that lost bonus. Loses the AWP in the process, but multiple players staying alive there for LFO. They carry through 3 AK-47s and an AWP. So this is starting to look good now on this CT side.
Hell yeah, they take the 3 AKs all day. I just want to see them not lose it. And also, I don't think I've cast an LFO game where they haven't lost one gimme.
Yeah, true. The light buys, yeah.
If I was their coach, and I'm not, because I don't want to impede on Ben, but I'd probably advise that that's something we would love to achieve before we leave, is like a full game. Doesn't matter if we're losing, it's just a full game where we're not losing the rounds we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like these ones, for example, whereas a single Desert Eagle, we saw what Entropic did. Alien would just walk into sites and kill your entire squad.
Just avoid Plopski is the name of the game here. Or blow him up immediately. So let's see how this one goes, because it is Sterling and Hazard again holding off towards A. They've had that magical timer transpire, and they're going to for a passive stance on the side. So this is where this... Oh, nice nade. Good bit of softening up done there. This is where this could go wrong, right? Like, oh, okay. Not looking to go wrong now. They should have enough for the call out the rotation.
It feels like
it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's more like just, swatting away some flies. Yeah, that's what that was like.
I don't know. In my mind, it was Sterling misses as an AWP, Hazard's drop mouse unplugs. Actually, it's a wireless one. Everyone's living the wireless lifestyle these days. The technology, the future is now, Chad. The future is now.
I still have to get my hands on a wireless keyboard. I had the option to get one, and I don't know why. I just, for whatever reason.
It's a
for whatever. Yeah, I know. But for whatever, I was like, actually, you know what? Maybe I won't get a wireless keyboard. But
big smoke from them. Looks like they're going to be requiring Tag to just hold it fast on B. I wonder what the call is here from hampus. They know they've got the closest affair so far here against LFO.
This is different look though. They played 2-down connector. Apoc's actually floated over towards A to help Hazza. So they're saying Sterling up with a short pick. They're hoping for more of this B-centric play to find a pick for NiP over towards Sewer. And that's not the case. They've changed up the spread. Rez, Fozy, and now Hampus all over towards A. And this is like the classic round you would see on an overpass, right? You would traditionally have 3 players come to deal with this side of the map. You'd have 1 player holding down and battening down the hatches of connector, which is Plopski, and Esatag to be babysitting the backyard of B, just making sure they can't push. But this is where the contact happens. Not ready for it. Great shot from Apoc.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were hoping for. And now they can perhaps retool and get out of there. Obviously not through toilets, as that is very much occupied. Rush making that clear. Esatag bringing the bomb as well. So a 3-man gathering. And it looks like, yeah, the LFO are starting to maneuver their pieces back up towards the A site in time. Apoc going to be the 3rd component.
Just lining up these nades right now. Going in for this A execute one more time. See if Hampus can find that room that was denied earlier. Here they come.
NiP, we'll see a lot on this jiggle. Safe from the flash. Oh, it was a brilliant read in terms of saving the day.
Nice nade.
Great nade. Puts the bomb loose. He's going to have to retrieve that. It's going to be awkward to retrieve. Hazza could punish if he only knew. They should be able to contest at least the bodyguards of this plant. Hampus cleared. Hard clear needed. He's tapping ahead. Good
bomb went down.
They haven't planted. Yeah, Fozy can't win the round. No time. Survival. The name of the game, and his bottom spanked as well. That's big. LFO take the lead.
That's great from Sterling. He spammed him through the box there while planting, right? Denies that. Makes sure that the 40 seconds doesn't get thrust onto the clock. And there you go. A proud dad moment. Big smile on the face of Ben in the background there. Keeping the morale of the troops high and forcing a timeout out of NiP. So this is what we're looking for. Just to put them through their paces. Just to make them work. To make them have that level of respect we talk about. That's definitely here. You heard Hampus talking about, you know, it's good to see some new faces. Having the guys coming over from Oceania.
I think it also, you can't avoid it when you do kind of play against teams like this, meet teams like this, especially from regions you're not always competing against. You're reminded that you know, you're not the only one that's had this dream.
Sure.
You know, it kind of takes you back to where you were when you were chasing that. This is what you were talking about. Great bang on the dice box. Most people expecting that bomb to go down, myself included.
Yeah.
And yeah, and perhaps Sterling just far too wise for us. He's got 10K in the bank as well. Good to see his name in the feed.
Looking good from the A defenders, which are Hazza and Sterling, both with 8 kills. So nice stuff so far. Savage and Licky also had that moment on the B bomb side to stop the onslaught of the attack, and Apoc seems to be that more rotated position here. So it's looking tidy now, looking like it could be a 6 as long as those gimmies. Now this one, maybe just a gim without the E's, because it's quite threatening with the Deagles and the util behind it, and they know that they can take this long control. Sterling is perched up with a passive angle, so the angle that he's currently sitting back over towards the side, he can spot and fall quite easily here. But ahead of the smoke, needs to be careful. Where did that first bullet hit him from? Was that a team bullet?
Really? Yeah, it's Hazza, I think.
Yeah, maybe accidentally a stray bullet there, but
if I was Sterling, I'd have been a bit miffed and a bit confused.
Yeah, well, they're coming still.
Toilets is theirs. Flashes are done. Oh, no, they're not. There's another one. Sterling could get swung on. Apoc blind. Not going to be stopped too quick. Plopski, another frag on the Deag. Hazza holds fast. That's 3 from him. And looking for his 4th. There you go. In the absence of Sterling, we have ourselves a Hazza. Quad kill from the Aussie. And puts us up to 6 now on this CT haul. That is, what, 4 in a row? 5 in a row?
Looking tidy now, isn't it? Okay, well, let's see, because on a map like this, I remember, I think it was during the RMR that we did, I think it was NiP up against Skade, and this is when they had LNZ in the team, right? And they had like a really, really rough T side. I think it was like a 12-3 or something, and then they came back and ended up winning the game because LNZ had all this massive impact. So don't count NiP out yet. I'm sure nobody is, but I'm saying 4 rounds on the T side already is very good. I'm sure that they're going to be able to convert a couple more. Let's see, because LFO, it's starting to work. It's starting to click right now. Hazza doesn't look scared anymore, taking a bunch of fights, right? They're cohesive as a team here, and well, turning their affections back towards B. It could be a monster pop. Fozy could throw out the nose flash from this position.
Oh, Savage, he thought about re-smoking it, but he hasn't, and now they can just walk through. It's too late for that. Oh, look at that! A multi-kill mastery. Savage sprays down 2. He's got Licky to combine, and just like that. Who needs to smoke when you've got a spray?
This is great. Like, starting to come together. They're reading the game well. They're locking out all the key choke points. Hampus and Co are getting stumped here, and now they find themselves in a 2-on-5 situation where even damage shouldn't necessarily be name of the game. Max lost bonus, sure, not getting a plant, that sucks, and another one hits the deck. Sterling's AWP rings true, leaving Fozy last man standing. Baiting him in. Beautiful stuff there. Lovely stuff, just playing for info. Great little team play. Savage grabs another one in the round, and 7-4, all right. Like, this is a proper game now. Nuke, it never felt like it, right? Nuke, at no juncture did it feel like LFO had any say in things, but actually, the way that these rounds have gone, not too many of them have felt competitive. They've actually felt like LFO have been playing the big boy Counter-Strike that we want to see, so this is great. Now remember, NiP started things off with the pistol and conversion, so that's where the lion's share of their rounds have come from. As far as gun rounds have gone, they've been relatively stumped, and without those plants I'm talking about, they haven't had one in the 6 rounds on the trot here. They're not able to consistently use the max loss bonus to buy.
These are the rounds where I fear for LFO the most. There will be a page out of this book and the idea to get overwhelmed, but we have seen evidence that they've got some of the kinks out of the system. They are taking more aggressive maneuvers to get information. If they don't take information early, you can have 5 Tech 9s charging at you. Yeah,
when we saw it before, they were able to get onto the side, right, and then Sterling had to get that wallbang through the box there to stop the plant. So if we do have this situation again, those are the rounds where when it gets real swarmy and chaotic, it can be problematic. Hazard in no man's land needs to get out, and will.
Ooh, okay.
Have a lot of nades here for this again, Alex. Look at all the smokes, 3 of which the molly. So they can run a similar or same execute onto A. It's just going to come down to, I think, who gets the opening kill with then the follow-up trade.
It is going to be Sterling and Hazard tested again. Look at this barrage of util. But that doesn't stop Sterling plucking Plopski from the pack. Oh, Hazard so blind, overwhelmed. Weapon falls into enemy hands, and this is where things can get dicey. The smokes won't be up forever, though, and a coordinated retake is the remedy. Kit's present, smoke 2. Nice nade onto the S attack. Double nade, double trouble. This is looking great for the retake. APOC shuts it down. Mystery solved, and we will see 8.
1 out the half. Look, this is really good stuff. Like, I could see the smoke wall coming in. I think they dropped a defensive one of their own. That was trying to give Hazard a bit more of a buffer to work with. Still gets found on out.
Double nade from your B retakers. I mean, that's gaming. That's Gambit, you know? Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, and then they're handling these retakes very, very serviceably. So, yeah, nothing to complain about. Might be a bit of a change of tune here. That was the only real bit of action that you had if you're an NiP fan in that one. Nice nades, well placed. Beautiful stuff in APOC as well. Just the hard clear on the corner with the follow-up.
Really cool. Really, really nice to see. APOC with a triple, and now we've got another gun test. 11 would be an absolute pipe dream. Let's see if LFO can get close.
That would be a wild half. We could even go to a third if they are able to pick up the remainder of rounds here within the CT half. Yeah. Still going to need to do a lot of heavy lifting on that T side. Not necessarily where they've shown their best face.
Yeah, certainly. Which, all the more reason to get every round you can here on the defense. You've already won the half. They're trying to test Savage again.
I think one of the positives that you do have, if you are LFO, is you do have gun rounds in the back pocket. It's not lose one and you're done. You're going to be able to buy for at least 2 more rounds after this.
So they could see an Underpass is clear. Savage, quote-unquote, calls Monster clear. They're all just tucked in the blind spot. Fozy trying to show presence long, so that feels the same. Feels threatening. Rez taking toilets. Hazard spots out 1 on long. Don't want to see these B rotators fall for this bait. There is a hook in the water right now.
Yeah, Fozy's going back to throw this same smoke. So this will land at the mouth of long. Damage done a little bit to Savage there. Oh. And that's a big shot. Not afraid to step back into it, Savage.
Big boy counter. More coming. Closing the gap and ready. Oh, just averts his gaze. S-Attack's on his way. Sterling, not the weapon for this job. He's going to have to hold sandbags. APOC in support, but with the AWP. APOC needed to be there. Rez deletes him from the underpass, and now, yeah, running out of options. LFO has caught 1 on the rotate. That will keep Rez difficult. Hold for the boys of the CT side. APOC not really got much to do about this. Plopski, head spotted, bomb planted. And that second buy you were discussing will be coming into it.
Has us rotated around the world here, coming back, so they could be expecting him to come sandbag, but now he's giving himself away with the nade. APOC still not able to land a shot, eventually does.
And Short nearly goes down as well. Rez left on just 10 HP, but yeah, caught out. And NiP, they did throw a different flavor into that one.
Yeah, they're obviously trying to fake the way that long piece looked. I think right there, Savage's shot was nice, but they must have seen him cross back over, or at least heard the sound cues, because they were very ready for the right-hand side. Esatag with an essential trade right here, a good shot of his own. And this one here from Rez. You were right about the wrong weapon for the job. If you're Sterling at this point, you can't really go forward, you can't really go backwards. What are you meant to do? Well, sit there like a bit of a tit and get your head ripped off. Now, a technical timeout has been called on the side of NiP. You can see here, Plopski just calling for some admin assistance, but I'm sure we'll get that one sorted out ASAP. And look, I mentioned there's enough for buy rounds in the next 2. Fortunately, for LFO, there's only 2 more rounds. So they will be fully equipped, or as close as they can be for those final couple of rounds here.
Oh, this music's got me feeling
this is like an underdog song we're going on right now. And LFO, they're able to push to the double digits on the ZT side.
I see them all galloping on horseback.
Okay.
It's a wide open shot.
Is it unicorns and they're galloping on clouds? Or is it a little bit more down to earth?
Woodland. It's woodland.
Woodland?
Like, you know, there's the scattered shadows through the leaves as they have the wind in their hair.
Oh, you've gone Lord of Rings again, haven't you?
Maybe.
Is it just... Tell me Ben still has his cape on.
They're in Fangorn Forest and they find Ben. He's actually sitting on a tree ent. He's actually...
A tree ent?
He's on the shoulders of Treebeard.
Okay.
He goes, "G'day, boys. I found us some help." And
that is much better today, by the way.
And then the music swells.
Okay.
And LFO win the 9th round.
Okay. All right.
I really like that music. Why is it gone? I was really like...
Well, because this is the timeout music and we're in a timeout.
Oh, touche.
It's technical music and timeout music.
I like the technical music. I'm a big fan, a proponent for more of technical timeouts from now.
Okay. Just for the songs.
Yeah, and there's Ben. We're
look, he's majestic, isn't he?
I don't know if he sourced his own flag. Oh, is this? This is a LookingForOrg flag. Yeah, respect.
Lots of repping here. They've been out to the local T-print store.
Yeah. I mean, this is just such a wild ride for him. Talking to him yesterday as well, like, I think what you're seeing here, and the reason he's been such an endearing presence in the Pro League, is that there is an opportunity for parents that don't quite understand to see a parent that fully understands.
Yeah.
Like there are very few parents that can sit behind their son playing Counter-Strike and understand exactly why it's as enthralling as the game we know. And the game we love. Hazard with some Aggie boost.
Yeah, this is very Rain-esque here, isn't it? Quite aggressive.
Not sure if Rez would have spotted his butt cheeks there.
First time they've done this, though. Oh, I'm going to flash and get on out here. So retained a bit of space for a while, but Hazard thinking better of overstaying is welcome. Interested to see what the timeout from DJL is going to net here, because so far they've parked the bus of Hampus over towards Sewer. Rez is assisting. Plopski still in connector. So we're back to the 2-1-2 of the default, as it could well be known. But another move, another little boost.
This is what I wanted to see. LFO are just constantly innovating.
Oh, the timing seems to be their worst nightmare, Alex.
Oh, it makes me want to punch the screen. That's a nasty one to concede just as you set yourself up in the prime position. The door's naded off. Plopski looking for info. He's just also a bit of a gamer. Knocks you off and punished for the misplaced jump.
Plopski's the first player right now to get themselves up to double digits here on the NiP side. There's another one hitting the deck, and there's that smoke one more time, done from way downtown. But that just keeps the mystery on A. And look, in a situation that is 3v5, you might want to just allow Sterling to patrol with the AWP passively and hope that APOC and Savage can stop them coming up short. Close monster defense, this is good. Oh, I spotted now. I think they're in trouble.
Yeah, and they're focusing on Monster and short. Oh, wow, APOC delivers. More to come. Savage stands to deliver another, but now the sight lost and Sterling to rotate in. Oh, he's got the right angle. Hold. Oh, just a second shy on the pull of the trigger. And Rez ready to finish the job, but Sterling's quicker. 1-on-1 now.
Or Viorp.
Or Viorp. Potential wallbang. Fozie's not moved.
Oh, he thinks he's lost him, has he?
No, he's just got the patience. And there's the confirmation, just the tip of the... Done! That'll do nicely! Sterling locks it down for LFO. And they will find a 9th. Cool clutch. Big team to be doing it up against, and not an easy round to convert.
Great stuff there, and really good from APOC with a double kill coming through. I like the monster defense. Even though Savage got spotted on the fade of the smoke, APOC really bailed them out there in a big way. Essential multi-kill, and this is the one that was the most frustrating death within the round, but you win it, who cares? And it's with a Galil that Plopski manages to get that damage down, just doing a bit of a crab walk away. Attempt from Fozy was there, but yeah, look, here we go. Final round to play here within the first half. AKs are out in full force for NiP. Util's good as well. Let's see what they can offer up here. Starting to feel themselves, LFO. Oh.
Feeling themselves.
A little bit blind on that one, didn't he?
Was, yeah. Sterling, though, definitely after all of that, has us thinking better of it. He could be in trouble here, Sterling. Fully committed to this. He's going to be flash, of course. He's going to be flash. Turns it. Oh, gaming tonight. Another chance to get away. Turns it. Always got respect for an AWP that can get his AWP back onto target. With his eye pressed to it the entire time for that anti-flash move. Bomb picked back up by Fuzi, and they're looking to retool and head back to B.
Oh, Apox copped a couple of bit of spam there, and I think Assetag's just going to walk in.
Yeah, so I mean, there's cursory glances from Apoc. He's got so many nades, though. You don't want to see him go down a single pop flash.
Good entries.
Completely massacres the openings. No one left for the defense of the A side, excuse me, of the B side. The A defenders, Sterling and Hazza, running into a trap.
Assetag in a powerful position here. Could close this one down right here, right now. Just one more to find. And Sterling left in a clutch again.
It's a very tall order. Just missing Assetag as he rounds the corner away.
Just look at that, how much time that just bled off. The Sterling has to clear close, just because Assetag was there and repositioned. Great play from Assetag.
He's won the round for that one. See what Sterling's got to do with this now, and too many men, not enough time. That's a sixth for the Ninjas, but LFO certainly looking for some redemption. A very competitive half. They forced NiP to respect, and I expect that this could be a banger of a second half. LookingForOrg, looking for 16. They'd love to take a map, especially off a team like the Ninjas. And, well, hampus has been scratching his brow at times. It was a strong defense. It was a strong defense. They managed to keep the Ninjas in pajamas T-side caged, and we will look to see if their T-side woes continue here, Chad. What's been your biggest critiques and takeaways of the LFO's T-sides? I mean, it has been lacking. We know statistically it's been their worst side, and they've struggled to post a single T round at times against Entropic.
Yeah, it's just the way that they just commit. It almost feels like they're doing all of their calls from spawn, right? It's like, oh, this is what we're doing, boys. That you have to be able to, in Counter-Strike, especially at the top level, be able to adapt to what comes your way. You can have a plan, sure, but you need to be able to think on your toes and react accordingly. And Apoc, well, he's the man who's forward here. One expert odds, yeah, not favoring them whatsoever.
He won the first pistol. They'd love to go 2 for 2 here.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? If NiP get both pistols in this game, right, they've only in that first half had 3 gun rounds. So you could see just how humble the LFO are actually keeping them. And this is a respectable match now. This isn't just like, oh, what can we learn? This is a, okay, NiP, let's see what you got. Oh, they had kept 4 players on B there, not bad.
Out, but it doesn't matter.
Oh!
Fozy gets them all. Oh, there was one man to defend the site, but Fozy tap and tap. 2 gone now. Sterling threading the needle.
Bomb plant would be nice. I'm really just saying it would be nice. It would give them a force in the next, whereas if they don't get the bomb down, it's just going to be full eco.
Oh, he's going to try. And they're boosting. It should be a safe plant at least. Oh, that's a big headshot, Licky. Just not really allowed to move. And
look at Apoc's flank here. I don't think Sterling can hold them at the gates for a good 10 seconds, Apoc.
Yeah, he's going to try. They are, not giving much up, and now everyone's going to go searching. Go on, Apoc, the 1v5 flank. That's what we're talking about. Planted not for him.
And there's the defuse.
There's the defuse. So maybe he gets one.
Maybe just keep the armor. The armor's pretty good.
Hello. Goodbye.
The armor.
Please.
Yep. There we go. Okay, so we have seen LFO when they get the bomb down on Nuke. They decided to go for a force buy. Let's see. They have 2 options here. And this would be a good time for a classic Ben timeout, I think, because you can either go for the eco now, right? Next round, have some AKs out, or you can go for the Force now and see if you can keep it quite honest. Now, we can see with NiP's buy, they've gone very rifle heavy, actually into 4 M4s and a FAMAS, and well, that helps when everybody's staying alive. These MAC-10s and Galil are going to have to be used accordingly. So the best place for these would be a connector or a bit of a B play, but space already taken. This is going to be powerful for Plopski.
Yeah, Plopski has no head armor, so has a swinging that door open. There's a potential for him to actually punish that. No helmet. The MAC-10 much more potent.
Oh, okay. They're rescinding right now into something a little bit more passive. Door swings open. Attack spots a lot. Damage done on the spam, but they can still set up for the set piece.
Damn, good nade too. Plopski jumped at, and they're not ready for that. Plopski 2 and now only APOC with a frag back. It is a quick defense, a solid defense, and yeah, just they keep all of them.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's great. That sets them up on such a pedestal going forward, because now not only did LF only get 1 kill, they're going to have an eco right now, so it's likely just to see the Deagles come out. And if NiP can keep the lion's share of their forces alive, of the 9 rounds that they will have attested to their name, assuming they get conversion in the next, well, 6 of them will have come from pistol and conversion. So that's quite tidy, right? That's why when we talk about the power of the pistols, now it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to obviously count for a little bit more, but and the rounds weren't as threatening with the force buys and all those goodies. But yeah, let's see. 4 meat cleavers and a P250 with head armor walk into round number 18.
We'll see if it's a joke or not. Four Deagles walk into a bar. And the security kicks out one of them. How's that? Not allowed to continue.
Big wave of the finger there. No, no, no. We get Fnatic versus Mouse up next. That's going to be a very important game for the day. And then G2 versus Entropic last, which is... look, that one is very important if you're a G2 fan. I'm excited to see more from Mezzy. Like, I think that he's a beast, that guy. I think that he's an absolute animal. It's and I don't think we've even seen the best from him yet. We've seen glimpses of what's been possible. Obviously, we had the whole Cloud9 thing. He's found himself in Fnatic now. I think if they can get themselves a stable roster, Poison's put up a great shout to say, hey, buy me. You know, I'm on the market. I can be an AWPer. And they're looking for an AWPer, right? They know they have Regali. Nice shot. But I think that trio right there could be tidy. And then depending on what they want to do, we're seeing Banjo and Pepsol's obviously been with the team throughout the RMRs. Be curious. Like, I don't know what's happening with Crims. Apparently, he was unwell, and that's why he couldn't come here. But we know that Brolin is likely headed elsewhere.
Oh, Savage! Absolutely murks him! If they can build a round out of this, LFO with a... Oh, okay, I thought he hit something else. Sterling's now out and about. 2 towards the heaven position. APOC's gone down. It's up to Sterling to convert what Savage started. Some good clicks, but it's not to be. Make it 9, but forcing some rebuys at the bare minimum.
Yeah, tidy shots there. Also, Mouse, we've seen a bit from them, like in their slower approach. They've been very default heavy, you know, glimpses from the individuals. I don't think we've even seen completely what they have to offer yet. I think we're still refining what they have. Bemis is surprisingly, because we all have the Toysy hype, Bemis coming back has been one of the more standoutish names, just to see his confidence. He's been doing some lurking. He's been finding impact with the entries as well. Some clutches from Bemis. So, you know, I'm excited with all of these teams to see us whir into it, because realistically, Pro League is a bit of a ramp in for the European teams for the RMR that's just, well, 6 to 7 weeks away now, and that's where you're playing for all the marbles for the major qualification. So if everybody can evolve and grow over that time, that's what we want to see. Oh, Fozy's been heard. And they've taken complete B backyard control here. So APOC's been sent packing. Estetag can just slink on in and reside here on his lonesome. Plopski can turn his attention towards Connector, and then Fozy, Rez, and Hampus can sit pretty over towards A for now. And yeah, APOC's aware of all this aggression. At minute 13, that smoke will drop. It's going to buy time until the sub 1 minute mark. And then if he wants to retake it, so many bloody angles.
So Estetag walked up, underhanded that smoke, and now Plopski's the one that's going to try and nutmeg through it. See, Hazard's got some good protocols to clear himself out a path.
Yeah, the problem is there's just so many angles you have to worry about when you give up that territory, where you just added a whole bunch of extra things you have to clear, and they've actually rerouted back towards B. The smoke fades. And they want to pop towards B. Feels like they have a hint that this is coming. Fozy's just re-smoke monster from spawn, I believe. They're going to have to run through it, yeah.
Have to go through. Oh. Hot flash and a grey screen. A horrible, potent mix that Plopski plucks 3. And you're touching the S key.
Save. Just hold on to these AKs. No point giving this up. Really no point giving away these. That was so well handled. Like, the timing of that was picture perfect, right? They were close. They must have had the mental timer of when the smoke was going to fade as well. You can see Fozy getting his just in time, and then the flash off the back of it. Really well done from NiP there. Can only sing the praises when you see moves like that, and Plopski's going to be happy. You don't get better kills than when they're running through Monster, just a linear little tunnel blind.
Yeah, and by getting that early control Monster, you could do such a deep smoke, which took so much time off the clock that play was a round winner. You know,
indeed.
Let's flash, 30 seconds, that you know that they can't just sit and stare at your smoke with 10 seconds left after it's gone, so they are going to be there. Perfect timing on it, perfect move, and a 3K off the back of it.
They haven't gone all in right now, LFO, behind the saved AKs. They've just partially invested with some Deagles, a little bit of Kevlar on Licky and some nades. So wanting to make sure they can have a big buy in the next round. Here's some dunk nades set up and actually destined for success. They land, they get a kill and a half. Plopski's almost dead too. Now we're talking.
That's going to feel good.
We've seen them go for a couple of the triple set nade maneuvers over the course of the different maps they've played here, but that may be one of the first that's actually netted them anything.
Yeah, 2 double nade kills so far on Overpass alone.
Oh yeah, the truck one as well, right, on the retake. That was nice.
So they're up long, feeling good about it. The only question is whether or not this is going to fall into that Dust 2 category where...
Well, Rez has the AWP.
Rez has an AWP, yeah. Well, he had an AWP. Plopski's now going to be given the benefit of the Bogdan law.
This actually gets sketchy now.
Yeah, if he peeks and goes down with his 1 HP, hello. He does take one with him, but that might accelerate them. Yeah, Savage knife out. You can see his intent. He's going to go through this. Or
flash me through, he says. Oh, wait, they can cancel. There is time. Yeah, they don't have to full commit to this. So hitting the brakes, not going full Rambo.
And that's why Apoc's continuing.
Oh, hello.
Bloody hell.
Hi, guys.
Sterling. I'm looking at the mini-map. He's gone ninja the AWP right under their noses. That's a big upgrade. And it's on the AWPer. That might change their plans again. Now, they're walking into the stack. It's a 4v3. Let Sterling try and find one on the way in. Close corner needs to be cleared. Close corner needs to be cleared. And Rez occupies it. He's going to go for a complete melting of the attack. Rez takes 3.
Well played there from NiP, just keeping it tucked. Good kills and good idea there. That molly just front sight, it completely splits the attack. You want to like scale and take that space, but you have to wait it out. The time's a problem. You're flustered. And you end up dropping the ball. So 11-9, just 5 more required now for NiP to get this done in 2-0 fashion. If you are just joining us today, well, it is indeed for NiP getting first place within the group. They have already managed to get themselves in top 3, but a first place would get them all the way through to the quarterfinals, which will be taking place after the groups conclude. So it's a big win. Like, it's an important win. It's going to save you a whole round of playoffs that you don't have to play.
Doornated off, awkward smoke to maneuver. Hampus at any time can peek. And, oh, actually a counter.
This door getting blown off, it's crazy how long it took for that to become as a consistent part of the meta. Like, players harassing the door and doing the boost that you're seeing connected, that was pretty common for a long time. I remember CLG with JDM and FNS doing that, you know, back in the day. But the door getting blown off meta, it's been around for a decent chunk of time now, but still evolving the little details of the map. Connected control at least. Bathroom still a bit of a mystery here. Sterling's AWP prying eyes towards long, and, well, same deal for Apoc, just babysitting the backyard. But nades have already started to be siphoned through here, and that's where they're going to come into a couple of problems. They are going through the default spread, yeah, but they're not getting any fights. There's nothing to react on, and now to execute with, they're only going to find themselves 2 smokes, 2 HEs, a flash, and a Molotov. So it's going to need to be done with the help of the bullets. Can't just be the U2 hoping to corral and make this one easy.
And Hazza doesn't clear his corners. Rez is going to start heating up, and another easy defense. They repel the invaders. A nice find from Apoc to at least
save again.
Get the weapon back out of dodge. So Savage and Apoc maintain the rifles.
I think one of the things is, I'd have to like watch a bit more, maybe watch on Shadow GG or something, where I can just watch top downs. But you know how I was talking about how they're just executing from spawn? That obviously wasn't execute from spawn, they did a default, right? It's very difficult on a map like Overpass to execute it from spawn unless it's a B rush. But one of the things the top teams do is they'll put themselves in a position where the CTs might want to come back into late for an info play. right? So you want to do a move to get you some territory, then you can hold onto that territory, and then if they come, you can either fall back or you can fight, right? Whereas like right there was, we have to commit to A, because that was all their nades. And look, obviously due to the financial situation, this, that, and the other time as well, there's a lot to dig into here, but at least they've called the timeout. They're first. Wonder how much Benny Boys had to do with this one. But yeah, 2 saved guns and not enough money for everybody to full purchase behind it. It might just be the 2 AKs with the Deagles again.
We need a hero.
I need a hero.
Gotta be fun. All right, boys. Let's see if we can get a T round on the board. I think the grand total of their T rounds haul at this group stage has not been pretty. It's good to see APOC at the top of the scoreboard as well, but perhaps indicative that some of those players have met their maker. Hampus completely actually caught out. This is great. Could build upon it if they can run him down. APOC provides an opening. Plopski, an equalizer. Slowing it down, react accordingly. Looks like Plopski really is feeling himself, very, very willing to take fights regardless of the low HP.
Isn't it such a crazy prospect? I've already mentioned this, but if we get Plopski back to that like good form that he was in, this was back Krieg Orgrim at a time, right? Remember him on train. Like that's how you know you're going back when you're mentioning maps that aren't in the pool anymore. But it'd be so cool to see, and that consistency of res, like those two alone, alongside of Hampus, who we know we get consistent performances out of, it means that Hampus isn't needed in the same regard anymore, right? People are, you know, he's always so aggro. Well, it's because his teammates weren't getting many kills, right? So the change around here of this team is looking really tidy. I don't think they have like world beater status yet, but they have such a great base.
Fosi's caught a lovely timing there on their sweep. Licky plucked from the pack, and here comes some more trouble. They get the info, they know he's toilet side, and oh, don't you dare, don't you dare. That was some wall bang. Damn, APOC does go down. Where is the follow-up trade? Oh no, Fosi has bested the only other AK in play. APOC and Savage meet his AWP. At least
this one at least.
But Sterling gets his AWP upgrade, and now let's see if that clutch, we talked about a hero, is Sterling up to the task. Oh, caught out on the smoke fade. Plopski did not see that coming, and now 1v1. Sterling's already clutched up once for LFO.
This.
He's already ready. Will he second guess getting his head, or is he just going to hold the line?
Hey.
That's Sterling. 2 for 2 on the clutches, and he pulls it across. The hero has arrived, and we got double digits.
Beautiful stuff right there. 18 kills for Sterling, now 17 for APOC. So that's a massive clutch to win, and off the back of a timeout. So getting it done here. Now they got plenty of cash to splash, no dramas in the buyer department, and they're actually putting NiP in a bit of an awkward situation. They're having to heavily invest all their pennies here, not going to have too much left in the bank balance going forward, and Rez is even into a Famis. But Fosi got away with so much here, right? The fact that they didn't punish him earlier, they had to worry about the players on the bomb site. Eventually Sterling comes on through, and the individual prowess showing how it's done. But right here for LFO, if they can win this round, Alex, they can break the bank of NiP.
This is everything. Winning 1 T round's great, but winning a string of them could very well lead to a third. Oh no, caught out, double take. Hampus not gonna let that one go. Aggressive on the CT side, and they might just have to flash and go. Yeah, Fosi though, he's gonna be flashed off. And that's a big find from Licky. As a tag on the sandbags. The molly's good. Short is how they'll be retaking from. Util's present from the T's. Don't want to overthink this. They're established now, they're deep.
Sterling has the bomb. Need to give that to somebody else to plant. Just allow that AWP to post up. More utility coming through, and they're even boosting. Oh,
this is a powerful boost if you're not ready for it. They slip off. Sound cue perhaps heard. And now Sterling's actually the one to get the bomb down. So it is an NiP retake. This is very promising for LFO. Don't forget what's at stake here. If NiP lose this and lose their rifles, looking at
they're saving. They're saving. The respect. It's been bought. It's been earned. Big round for LFO. All right.
That's legit. That's a legit one out, yeah. It is not in NiP's favor to go for this. They even see the barrel of Hampus. Sterling, you really do not want to lose that AWP as well, so I will highlight that the bomb is close to you right now.
Yep, maybe just
Hampus, is he trying to do a little nasty punish on their save?
He has a molly.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be seeing a throwback to the dossier.
What's the AWP? He can get the AWP.
Oh, he is going to get the AWP.
Uh-oh.
Sterling just not convinced that Hampus would still be there, and
oh, he can't get it now. His own flames. Yeah, all right. That's
at least they can't.
Yeah, nobody gets the AWP. If you can't have it, we can't have it. Nobody can have it. And nobody can buy it. Oh, actually, APOC can. Mind my tongue. He's able to purchase that one up just for Sterling here, but that saved rifle is hugely important, right? If they didn't keep all those players alive, NiP would have been broken in the buy department. They're actually able to strap this one together and get everybody with a rifle at least. U2's good kits are plenty. Okay, we got a game on our hands now, everybody. Can it be 3 consecutive T rounds here from LFO?
Ooh,
ouch.
Very nasty way for Licky's round to start. Tap through the wall. And now kind of trapped, susceptible to every boost in the book. Wall bangs as well. Like, I think Licky's days are numbered. Savage has got a nice gap on that smoke.
Here comes the boost, though.
If they do boost, they'll be held. Well, they were. Flashing and going. Licky does go down. That's the low HP, but there's the trade. That's the double up. If hampus goes down, it could very well be another round. Rez and Fozy on the way. Smoke to plant some seeds of doubt. A flash through. Good molly.
Has to respect it.
Have to sit there. Nade onto the hold of Savage. Bomb now ticking. 4 versus 3.
There you go for this.
I don't know if ninjas are.
They're getting out. They're trying to get out. Get hampus out. Get the leader out of town. Hold on to these guns again. 2,400 loss bonus now.
Oh, no.
Rez and hampus will be able to drop M4s as long as they stay alive here, but that's just a quick pop from LFO. Things are starting to come together for them now. Now we're really getting into the game. Okay, all tied up, deep in the double digits. We did see them pick up a map over Fnatic on Dust 2 the other day. This could be their second map win here within the Pro League.
It was funny having Ben spell out Counter-Strike maths. He's like, so we beat Fnatic on Dust 2, and Fnatic beat G2 on Dust 2, and G2 are number 2. Does that make us?
Yeah, Counter-Strike maths, everyone's favorite. Everybody loves some Counter-Strike maths.
Oh, funny. 12-12 is not funny for the ninjas, though. LFO making them work for this, and it was great double entry. You can see Licky's flash, full assist as they walk on into that site and get that 2-for-1 deal.
They didn't drop the rifles, so they're just going to use the saved weaponry they have to be as potent as possible. And next round, they'll have a great buy over there for NiP.
Would we classify this as a gimme then, Chad?
No, we wouldn't. 3 rifles, very threatening. I think that this is one of the hardest, or not hardest, harder type of rounds because they're going to throw something a little bit more team-based and out of the box at LFO. So for them to not trip over their own shoelaces here, they do have to worry about a lot of unknowns.
And talking of unknowns, they're hedging. No one's holding that monster push. Full 5-man unit here.
Back rolling. Taking a page of the Tyloo strat book here.
Just stay as a pack and trade and hampus, I swear.
Someone needs to be looking.
No one's looking. At this staircase. Okay, Sterling, quick react. Fozy down on 1. It's Rez, though, with the round the world flank. They're not going to clear him. At least a lazy one from Sterling. Paps behind. APOC does at least stop the trip over. Tech doesn't have a weapon for this.
Needs to live here.
And Plopski's gone. Looks like LFO are set for 13 first. And we will see it 3 rounds away from a second map successfully converted by LFO here at EPL.
Poof! All right. This is the top team in the group. And it is a bit of a funky group. We've definitely touched on multiple times the woes across the board for all these teams, but we've been getting fruity results. Like the fact that G2 lost yesterday to Fnatic, even though, you know, G2 had a stand-in of their own, it's still pretty rough going with a team, you know, who have just looked hot to trot over there in Katowice. So I think everything seems to be up in the air a little bit. The only thing that is for certain is no matter what happens, NiP is still in the top 3, right? I'm not saying by any means I think that LFO are going to win the series right now, but you have to keep him up. Lordy, how does he get that?
Had to get that.
How does he get that?
Had to provide not only the frag onto Plopski, but the one onto Fozy. Good stuff. It was Rez, excuse me, that was nearly ruining the day of them. It's nice to see they've got different variations of t-shirts. It's like one of their friends is definitely a graphic designer in the making.
Yeah, a little bit trippy.
Love it. It's more than I can say I've done.
Okay. Well, how far can you really push the issue here, LFO? Quick this time. Licky through to Sewer. Oh, spam. They have been chunked on down. Both Licky and Hazza half HP or less.
hampus has no idea how gruesome of a double kill he got close to there. Oh, there's still potential for him to finish what he has started. Hazza's posted up in the unwall bangable corner. I think hampus suspects it. He has got a molly he could throw out. Okay, hampus. Fully aware.
And M will be licking that one out for days.
It's a crisp, it's a clean, and perhaps even a lock. This is a perfect flash for the toilet swing. No one's home, but Savage set up, and now I'm sure Rez is going to be on high alert.
This is good now. Savage can go and try and clear out bathrooms from this position.
Proper default.
Yeah, and they've been able to get the space they were looking for, right? It is a little bit rough with the sustained damage here. NiP limping through these nades. We are at about the 45-second mark as Monster gets re-smoked. So might channel them here to mainly try their luck up through the sandbag position. Or do they let Savage go put some pressure on A first to ping-pong around the map here?
You just can't have Fozy hit the first shot. A jiggle needs to come through.
It looks like Savage wants to lurk, or if he wants to fall back, he would have to start going now. So he's not making a fake. He's not really doing a lot at the moment.
Yo, they caught APOC. I mean, sorry, caught S-Tag. APOC doubles up. Plopski dead too. He's just opened up Monster. 20 seconds, this can still go wrong. Hampus can ruin a lot here. On the side of the flames, it forces his hand. APOC gets the info. Need to see the plan. It's saved by Sterling. And call that 14. LFO, it's starting to become realistic. Within touching distance now of a victory, and look at the NiP coffers. They're barren, there's cobwebs, a little bit of popcorn. It's not what you want to be seeing at this stage in the game.
Yeah, look, this is the thing. Max loss bonus in play. It's not enough to get them the buy. And this is huge from APOC. This is more like the entry fragging we saw from him on Dust 2 the other day. So great stuff to just crack open the site in such an important round. But this team heating up now. Hampus has gone into a Hero M4. The rest have gone with some light upgrades of pistols, some Kevlar, some util, but that's about it. This could actually be a third map. I can't believe we're saying that right now.
Hampus is going to try and upset them with aggression, but it has led to his demise. That was the hero rifle, Chad. This only benefits the pursuit of 15.
Ancient next as well.
Oy, oy, oy.
Now we saw LFO on Ancient yesterday. It didn't look great, but let's see what they've been able to adjust and adapt overnight. I am getting a step or two ahead of myself here. They have to secure 15 first. And then, of course, the 16th. It's not going to be easy, but APOC should have 2 easy ones now.
One will do. Does track Plopski. Yeah, S-Tag is quick on the draw. And Sterling deleted. This can still go wrong.
Not like this, you want to say.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything, right? He's only got a USP in his hands here, so this would come down to Rez. But one of the things that Rez is thinking right now is, I have an AWP. We might not have an AWP next round, so...
What the hell? Wow. Well played by Fozy to actually make that USP viable. But you're right, this is the next conversation that you're starting. Does Rez want to hold on?
That's the thing. Do they want a double AWP setup? Because Fozy can afford one, right? He's going to get the 3,400 loss bonus. So he'll be able to buy one himself. But the question is, does Rez want to try and wield a double AWP? Because they could, right? We haven't really seen them run a double AWP setup on this map, and maybe that needs to be the key to success here. Yeah,
and it could very well be, right? And if LFO aren't able to adapt and identify that, over the course of how many opportunities they're going to get, 3 map points that they look to have achieved. If they can't adjust and adapt to perhaps overrun those double AWPs and exploit them, this could very well be the remedy NiP need to get us to overtime.
Yeah, look, overtime is where the whole game is going to completely change, and that's where I think LFO might find themselves in a lot of trouble.
I think all of NiP have played a lot more OT.
Yeah,
a lot more OT than LFO.
But yeah, an impressive showing, all things considered, right? The bar for LFO is set very low. But let's be honest, it's set very low. The bar for NiP also not set very high, but in this type of a matchup, the very clear favorites. And here we go. Round number 28. Just one more for the Aussies to get this one done.
Send NiP a humbling blow.
Well, they left the bomb at spawn. It's not a problem now. We'll see if it becomes a problem later.
Yeah, I think APOC will eventually end up grabbing that one. So early presence, but it's not deterred Licky. Look at this. Through and past the line of sight of Fozy. That's a start. Sterling now posted up if Fozy does get hungry for a peek, and it doesn't seem that'll be the case. Instead, lining up some util res, progressing long. It's Hazard that's actually stepped up to the plate to retrieve.
This here right now with the setup, the NiP just assumed, like, Fozy's luckily dropped back, but think about like a Vitality round when they were full French. Like, Apex would have had them just walk and slink completely past all of his line of sights there on a bit more of a timing, and it could really have punished this site. So passive stuff from NiP with gaps. So there's a lot of mysteries for them in terms of how much space has been taken. They are assuming that LFO are going to give them some sound cues. Fortunately, Licky's thought better of that Molotov, because this means it might be a bit more of a surprise. Still 3 NiP players over towards B. Just Rez and Fozy right now to respond to this.
They're thinking it through. This kill on Rez is going to be round defining. Do you boost? He's alone. Okay, so he will just park it and look to strike a timing as Rez reacts to Hazard and the boys.
This will be well timed, I think.
Fozy drops his smoke, but they are coming up banana aggressively.
Full rotate.
It's all about the timing. Does spank one. Savage gone as he retreats. Rez catches Licky on the long side. Does free him up for more focus. This is running out of LFO's time. Now bomb down Dice. Epoch in the post plant. 4 versus 3. It's going to be a very tough retake. And especially if Sterling can post that orb up. Gets one. Is burning. Is surely dead. Sterling again with impact too. He could have asked for more.
No Apox here.
Yeah, and he's been cleared out. It's a hard clutch for Hazard, and it's too difficult this time. Rez, he does a lot from that long position.
Oh, that got really, really sketchy there on the retake. Sterling with 2 great kills there, but handled. Good stuff from Hampus and Rez there. 3 for Rez in that round, retains the AWP, but that was a great attempt, a really good attempt. I like the pace of the execute. They drew out that full rotation from NiP that they had to respond to that as a unit.
Maybe I'm over-romanticizing, but seeing the Licky pull out the molly and then keep NiP in the dark, as you were highlighting, it's just, I don't know, dare I say it looks like learning. You know, like they realized that was their opportunity to keep the feet planted. It's a bit of a gamble, but
Indeed,
it pays off.
Look, they're not in any dramas as far as cash goes. And hold up, that's another timeout here. Yeah. If you're going to have a time to take a timeout, it would be now. And when you think about it earlier, when they took a timeout, I think it was in this half as well, they came back and they won rounds. That's what put them on the slew. That's what put them on the consecutive spree. So is this going to be the key to success right now? They're talking things through. They're taking their time. They're just giving this a chance to sit and simmer before they run into another minute and 55 seconds of Counter-Strike.
All right. Living this new fantasy land, it's actually Chad Sponge-Bircher with the headset on.
Okay. I like the B-pop they did before. I thought that it was really well timed. And that's the thing is as well, over towards A, they just learned that it was a pretty passive stance. So you might want to be suckered into going for that again because it was so close to converting that, right? So there's a couple of nice options that they can return to where they have been able to find some traction. So either of the two, I think, would be nice. You have 2 more shots.
It does seem like we're going for that.
Look at this from Sterling.
Rinse and repeat. Clearing. Is Fozy going to put his head in the vice?
They understand they're being respected now. Look how much quicker that space is taken. It's so much lighter on the util they'd normally be throwing out. They're not even throwing the front bathroom smoke, which is always a tell of a default towards A.
Nice. Hazard through everything. This is a nice default for now, and they do have the main body towards long. Fozy's going to be the main man to provide the info. At the moment, he's just jumping for it, so it's a safe way to acquire it unless Sterling was posted up there, currently occupying the toilet hold.
They just have so much of the map available to them here, Alex. Like Hampus is the only one who's really doing anything over towards the sewer position. Esatag and Plopski still quite glued to focusing on Monster. They have no idea if players could have walked up Sandbag because in previous rounds they've been executed on while trying to do those boosts. So they are wary. Now, this is the thing. The shoe is on the other foot now. NiP don't exactly know which site is going to be attacked in the last 30 seconds of play. We can see it's going to be B and Hampus. Exactly. They don't have the info.
He's going.
He's hedging his bets.
Fully hooked and not quite line and sinker just yet. He has got Heaven to support them. Plopski though, trying to drop the incendiary, and that's the meat grinder. Good find from Licky. Need to see Apoc activated, but perfect flash from Hampus. He's provided the overwatch they needed. Plopski low from the nade, but 15 seconds.
Gonna save this AWP.
Have to keep the AWP in play.
Yeah, Sterling's had some impact, right? So you want to keep that in his hands, and as well, money's starting to look a little bit skimp here for a few of the players. Hazard with $100, Apox with only 1,500, and he's only gonna get a 1,900 loss bonus. So important. Savage can drop 2. Right, Savage can drop 2 AKs, so that means that Hazard and Apoc will both be equipped. Licky could by himself, and they can even drop some nades to make this one work so everybody has a little bit more. But, you know, you may as well take another timeout if you are LFO here, right? I would. Why not? Just to have the chat, because if you get this out of regulation, this is your best shot. I'm sorry, if we get to overtime and they win, I will be very surprised.
This is the moment. And, I mean, every team has to go through this process as well, where you get incredibly close, and then experience prevails as your mental game is tested. As is the just straight up gameplay. Let's see what Rez has got for us. He is just chipping away at Licky with a very strong nade to the gullet. And that is the fight he's been waiting for. Sterling does tag up Fozy. And Sterling is this, once again, justification for keeping that AWP in play. He finishes what he started on toilets on long. Hazard to walk up. It does seem like LFO have got intent here. Hampus and Rez working it out together. Oh, APOC checking in the wrong corner. The trade is there. Has a huge double. Looking to end it in regulation, and that'll do nicely. Plopski, Team Flash, walking through a smoke, and NiP have let it go. This win on Overpass could have locked in top of the group. And now LFO are saying, I'd like to see Ancient, please, sir.
Third map, just around the corner here. Bomb down, Esatag. A very, very difficult retake. And now he's on 36 points of health. I cannot believe it.
NiP on their map pick. Up against the ragtag squad looking for an org. And they pulled it off. A competitive first half, but this time evidence of T potency. Down he goes. And down under we go to a third. Brilliant to see. Ancient up next.